Dr. Amirah Haja Ismail is a senior assistant professor from University Islam Sultan Sharif Ali, Unisa, Brunei Darussalam. She's now in Unisa in Faculty of Islamic Technology and former lecturer of University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Betul?
Betul.
Betul, okay. Okay, and for about 1 hour, she will accompany us to give us a presentation and also question and answer about using artificial intelligence in elementary school. Oke, nanti untuk 30 menit ke depan akan ada presentasi dari Dr. Mira. Mohon untuk peserta bisa unmute dulu dan memperhatikan dengan seksama. Kemudian nanti setengah jam ke depan adalah tanya jawab. Mohon semua peserta untuk dapat beraktif untuk bertanya ataupun mengikuti instruksi dari visiting lecturer kita. Oke. Baik, Dr. Mira, langsung saja bisa dipersiapkan slide-nya dan waktu dan tempat saya persilahkan.
Okey, terima kasih Saudara Muhammad Taufik Hidayat atas pengenalan diri saya. Okey, short and sweet. Okey, alhamdulillah. Sebelum tu saya nak ucapkan Assalamualaikum, selamat petang semua. Dah ramai ke yang join?
Waalaikumsalam.
Ya, okey. Rasanya mungkin tak seramai yang first lecture hari tu ya. Hari tu dalam 200 plus kan? Ya.
Ya, ini
So this time is a smaller group ya.
smallest group, exclusive group.
Wow. Okay, alhamdulillah. So okay, since sekarang dah jam menunjukkan di Brunei sekarang jam 3:08 ya. So kita di Brunei 1 jam ke hadapan ya dari Indonesia.
Betul.
Okay.
Di sini 2.
Ya. Ya. Okay. So anyway, terima kasih terlebih dahulu atas jemputan daripada pihak Taufik dan juga UMS. Alhamdulillah ini kali kedua ya saya diberi peluang untuk menyampaikan a talk ya. Before this, the first one is more on the general on ICT ya. Betul Taufik, ICT in elementary. So this time more focus on the technology of AI in elementary school. And then saya juga difahamkan yang this group kebanyakannya daripada pendidikan ya, betul daripada pendidikan ya, maknanya yang mengambil bidang pendidikan.
Betul,
Dan juga
semuanya.
teknologi semuanya ya. Pendidikan dan juga teknologi lah ataupun dalam bahasa dia teknologi dalam pendidikan, betul?
Sebenarnya pendidikan.
Pendidikan. Tak apa. So pendidikan ni umum ya. Ya, semua
Umum.
bagaimana kita nak melihat daripada segi teknologi sekarang ya. Okey. Jadi kita boleh mulalah ya. Okey. Saya tadi diperkenalkan sebagai Dr. Amira, boleh just call me Dr. Mira. Actually I'm a Malaysian, okay, tetapi bertugas di Brunei. Ya. Dan kenal Taufik dari Indonesia, so kita serumpun. Okay, right. So boleh ya kita mula dan saya share dulu presentation saya.
Silakan.
Okay, saya try use this one or okay, sekejap ya. Nampak tak slide ni?
Ya, sudah nampak.
Ada ya? Okey. Okay, saya just nak tunjuk actually saya menggunakan AI ya dalam presentation saya juga ya. Okay, this is the slides. Okay, and then also I have prepared that in this one. Yang ni dapat dilihat ya, yang slide dalam PowerPoint ada?
Ada.
Boleh lihat ya?
Boleh lihat.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, so kita boleh mula. Okay, tajuk okay, I will be using English language. Is it okay? And also bahasa Melayu as well. But for the slide, I will focus on English. Yeah, right. Just using simple English. Yeah. So my talk for this afternoon is about artificial intelligence in elementary school. Right. Semua dapat lihat the second slide ya, the benefits of AI powered learning. Semua boleh lihat?
Second slide.
Ya, second slide.
Masih slide 1.
Okay, sekejap ya. I have to go back. Sekejap. I think I need to. Okay, boleh lihat sekarang?
Ya, bisa.
Alhamdulillah. Tak tahu kenapa tadi ya. So, but anyway, saya teruskan. Okay. So, kita teruskan kepada second slide. Okay, this is the second slide ya. Sekejap ya. Saya try actually use both AI dengan yang non-AI ya. So now is the non-AI, before that is the AI. Yang AI tadi semua dapat lihat tak?
Slide 2. Benefits of AI.
Boleh ya?
Oh ya, boleh.
Okay, benefits of AI powered learning. So we have identified 3 benefits in order to empower the AI for learning. Okay, first we need to have this enhanced engagement. How are we going to enhance the engagement, especially in applying or apps? Yeah, for instance, like some apps that can be embedded with AI technology, and also another apps for certain purpose, like for games. Okay, that can captivate young learners with personalized interactive content in order to adapt to their interests and skill levels. Yeah. And then the second one is on how we can personalize the instruction. So AI can analyze student performance data to deliver tailored lessons, interventions, and also feedback, ensuring each child receives the support. Okay, they need to thrive. Yeah. And then the third one, in order to expand the learnings, okay, let's say we want to have, we want to empower students, okay, nowadays, and also teachers, lecturers, on how to manipulate or use the AI tool, especially for educational purposes. For instance, like if you want to use the AI during your tutorial, your lectures in the lab, and also on how to make sure that at the same time, while the lecturers or teachers use that tools, so the students also they can explore, okay, on their own, by how to look at the way actually they try to learn the AI tools. Okay. Next, we go to this developing AI literacy in young learners. So we already identify four, okay, four very important here in terms of how we can start to implement or um, we try to introduce, but I'm not sure introduce is the right word. I think it's developing, because I'm sure that some of you have already quite familiar with the AI tools, right? I believe that many of you have been using all these AI tools before. So it's not that really, something that you need to, have to be introduced to. But anyway, we need to also to understand the fundamentals of AI, in terms of the concepts, okay, of the AI itself, because AI is a very huge discipline in computer science, and also in information system. So they have these branches of AI, such as machine learning, neural networks, and also intelligent algorithms. So this is very, very advanced technologies nowadays. Okay, and then it's like all these machine learning, neural networks, AI, and then now we have data science. Okay, have you heard about data science? So data science is also part of the AI that actually evolving nowadays. Okay, and then we go to the second one. Okay, if it's only we already try to understand the concept, but learning theory is not enough. So we need to have these hands-on AI activities. Okay, we need to, encourage ourselves, motivate ourselves to explore and experiment with many AI-powered tools available. Okay, there are many AI. It has been embedded in many existing software, like AI in Microsoft, AI in Adobe. Okay, Adobe is the big giant software. Okay, and then they also have this AI in Google, and also AI in every browsers. Do you realize that AI can be also be part of extensions for web browser? Okay, web browser meaning here like Google Chrome, maybe Edge. Okay, that's two of the most popular web browsers, currently. So AI can be part of that browsers as well. So we have, let's say, okay, I'm sure that you have used this Google Chrome browser before. So when you have install, okay, or add on the extensions of AI tools in your web browser, so it will give you such a very powerful, powerful techniques. And also you have this, so challenging in terms of how to um, manipulate and make use of those extensions from AI in your web browser. Okay, maybe later I will share about that. Okay, and then the third one is, how can we cultivate this critical thinking among students? Okay, because nowadays, of course, everyone, I mean, AI is a buzzword. Everyone talking about AI, artificial intelligence in society. But how far you understand about AI? Okay, in terms of applications, in terms of, how are you going to adapt towards AI? And of course, you need to understand that right by right in every single system or software or apps, there must be some kind of, the benefit, and also they call it disadvantages. The disadvantages is not really on the system, but how the user look at that system, how the user, maybe in terms of the ethic, yeah, misconduct or something like that. But if you know, if you already have this, intention to use any AI for the benefit, for the goodness of your knowledge, okay, your expertise, and also in terms of developing your data or information. So I think AI will be really, really helpful. Okay, and then last but not least, how to nurture this AI creativity. Okay, in I mean, among students. I mean, nowadays I think I mean, I think this generation, just this young generation, they are so fortunate because they have this AI. It's really is, somehow it can ease their, I mean, whatever learning processes. Okay, because you have this AI involvement, right? So far, so good, everyone. Been so quiet.
Good.
I
Lanjut.
really, really focusing, yeah.
Really focusing.
Okay, that's good. So anyway, because I'm afraid that maybe my intonation's quite high or quite fast. So let me know, yeah. If I go too fast, let me know. Okay. And
That's
then we
quite obvious. Go ahead.
so sorry, Taufik.
That's quite obvious. Go ahead, Dr. Mira.
Obvious in
Clear.
what? Clear,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. That's what I want to hear. Okay, and then we look at this the next slide on ethical considerations in AI for education. Yeah, can you all see this slide? Yeah,
Not yet.
not
Not
yet.
yet. Yes.
The ethical considerations.
The title is ethical. No. Still, the
No,
title is still benefits of
of
AI
AI.
powered learning. Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's still in which slide?
Ethical now. Now ethical.
Now ethical. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm not sure why it's a bit late. Okay. So now yeah, we look at the ethical considerations in AI for education. We have identified these four big things. Okay. Um, of course, if you are exposed, too much for in AI, we need to also be aware about these security issues, about the privacy issues, and how we can make sure that our data privacy can be protected. Because once you start into this AI world, okay, you are exposing almost everything. You are sharing almost every data with other users. So how can you make sure that you protect your data from any misconduct, okay, from outside, okay? And the second one is the algorithmic bias. So we need to address the potential of AI algorithm to perpetuate biases and discriminations, and also try to work more on how to create more inclusive and equitable AI-powered tool. So here we look at AI and on how actually the algorithm, how they work, okay, in terms of they try to do these connections, they try to solve problems, and AI is also try to help assist, okay, in terms of certain other applications. So AI is it can be on their own technology, and also they can support other technologies, okay, or other apps or other software, right? And then we go to the transparency and accountability. So yeah, if nowadays we have seen so many AI presentations, demonstrations from many platforms, from YouTube, from X, from Instagram. Okay, we know how I mean interesting AI is, okay. And then in terms of how can we not fall into different kind of applications that might not be useful, okay. So you need to somehow along the way, after you have explored and going through use many AI tools, then which of those AI actually helpful, useful in terms of your learning and learning and teaching daily, okay. And last but not least is the ethical AI development. So how to develop the AI powered educational, I think this is a very, very debatable, okay, across the scholars and also the researchers, yeah, in terms of the how can we make sure that students can, use whatever apps for their best interest. Okay, meaning that you have so many options, you have so many tools to use, but which among the tools that you feel you can use for your own benefits in terms of learning, right? So now we go to the next slide. Can you see the next slide? Yeah, integrating AI into the curriculum.
Yes,
Okay,
boleh.
alhamdulillah. Boleh. Okay, maju. Okay.
Maju.
So we look at this. Yeah, how can we integrate AI, artificial intelligence, into the curriculum? So we look at this. They say it along the line. Okay, you have the first, the second, and the third one. So the first one, of course, I mean, in education, you have your own lessons. You have curriculum, you have your own syllabus. So how can you use AI to assist in terms of making your syllabus much more interesting, right? You already have your own course, yeah, or maybe subjects or topics, yeah, for to I mean that you learn, or maybe you learn or you teach other people or teach students, or students learning among themselves. Okay, so how can you make sure that AI actually can be used or can be applied during your educational activities? Yeah. For instance, like I'm sure that as students, you have to go through all these activities like doing assignments, projects, attending seminars, and also maybe you have these presentations, and all this is actually part of your assessment, right? Apart from your exam, your final exam. Okay, so all these activities, learning activities, is part of students' life. But when AI, you know, when you invite AI into your life, so how can you be comfortable with AI, and how can you make sure that AI can assist you, right? Okay, so this is a very interesting questions, I think, not only among students but among the lecturers also. Okay, a second one is, how can we have a skillful AI people? Okay, AI is there, is a technology, but how can we make use of AI? Okay, how can we incorporate, bring AI into your curriculum, into your program, into your course or syllabus for teaching students? Yeah, how as a teacher or lecturer, you need to equip yourself with all these AI technologies to assist your learning materials. Okay, and then when you're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, of course, it's related to computer science field. And the computer science field, okay, the core business for computer science is programming. Programming, like programming languages. Okay, like, have you heard about Java language, C hash language, Python?
Python.
Yeah, Python, this is very, very useful nowadays. Same happened to also in our department. Okay, most of the students use Python. Okay, and Java as well. So it's really, really robust. Okay, and then that's part of languages that it works together with AI. It's very understandable. Okay, so we need to also have this, equip ourselves with programming. Although I understand that you are from education. Okay, I'm not sure whether you have syllabus on programming language in your department. I'm not sure about that. But let's say if you have basic, it's okay. I mean, for you all to use the AI tools, actually you don't have to be expert in programming or machine learning or data science. Okay, you can simply use it. But if you have the advantages of having the background of learning coding, programming and everything, I think that will be extra or advantage. right? And then, of course, AI and education. Okay, how can this go together? Okay, it's a very interdisciplinary. Okay, from AI field to education. Okay, how can we make sure that we are going to have AI based project? Okay, let's say for your coming project or assignments, the teachers or lecturers assign all of you students for a simple AI based project. Okay, it doesn't matter on I mean in creating videos, editing images, or maybe producing films. Okay, and also doing script and also on. So how can you try to be, confident? Okay, confident in using these AI tools to help your projects, your assignments. Yeah. Okay, I mean this is a real world challenges. I mean, in terms of how can we make sure that student can can grasp this, understanding. Okay, right. Now we go to the challenges and barriers to the AI adoption. So I'm sure that of course AI is a technology, ongoing technology. It's not new, but it's not so recent. It's ongoing. Okay, from time to time. I mean, it's everywhere in the world. In fact, government also. I mean, like in Brunei government, they also encourages their citizen to have more, skills and knowledge about AI. Okay, not only for the government staff, also for the private staff, among the university students, and also schools as well. Okay, so it's all part of integrating technologies. Okay, and then how can you make sure that as a teacher, like teacher Taufik, okay, have this readiness on have this familiarity with AI tools, how to use AI tools in the classroom, maybe in labs or maybe anywhere, everywhere. Okay, that you want to apply these AI tools for the teaching purposes. And also, of course, when you're talking about the policy and regulations, yeah, the third one. So I think it depends on the country. So I believe Indonesia is developing, okay, growing. Mashallah. So how can, I mean, as the government, of course, they feel, the obligations for their rakyat, yeah, or for their citizens to try to be, try to educate themselves on the AI, especially on AI. Okay, but I think most of that comes through towards the institutional, yeah, or schools. Yeah, that would be very very good place to implement on AI. Yeah, and then of course the infrastructure limitations. I believe that Indonesia also have, I mean, universities. Okay, I'm talking generally. Okay, I have provided with all these labs, IT labs, maybe all these infrastructures, devices, softwares, and the most important things is the internet connectivity, right? If you have very unreliable, very slow, so it will, somehow, um, I mean, affect, okay, the use of AI, yeah, in our life or in within our students like yourself, your students' life or the teachers' class or whatsoever. Okay, right? And then how to prepare teachers for AI-driven classroom. Of course, it's very challenging. I tell you, this is very challenging. In fact, among us lecturers, if I can be considered as a senior lecturers. I've been teaching like for 24 years. Okay, 24 years lecturing. So me myself every day I try to equip myself with all these technologies because it's keep changing. Okay, we need to try, we need to explore, we need to go through, we need to play with all these tools. We see how the AI goes, and try to use them during the class with the students. during their assignments, projects, presentations. This is all part of, developing, or motivate lecturers and also students to manipulate or to use AI. Okay. And then, of course, hands-on workshops. I tell you, this is very, very important because although you can simply get access to any free available, online tutorials, from YouTube, from I'm not sure, but from Instagram. I think this is this is all part of addition towards your knowledge. Okay, you can you need to explore yourself. You need also to attend classes and listen to, for instance, like now. Okay, gaining practical experience. I mean, you need to play with those AI tools. Try and error, they say, try and error. Okay. And then, of course, number three, the ongoing support. So, of course, I mean, this, if you want to implement AI for class, I mean, it cannot be in one night. Okay. So you have to go slowly, step by step on how to make, like, how to strategize. Okay. I mean, both teachers and students, to get benefits from the AI tools or software. Okay. And of course, we have to have these collaborative opportunities whereby you need to, have this training. Okay, training, or have this conference or whatsoever, that you can learn from others. Okay, share experiences about AI. Okay, and then we look at the future of AI in elementary education. So, okay, if you look at this slide, what do you think? You are sitting with robot. The robot will be your lecturer in the future. Or you yourself, or like me myself as a lecturer, I can have my own avatar and teach student, right? Just imagine, like, it's a really, really different environment. I mean, human and also artificial intelligence. How can we make sure that human still, have this uh, part in teaching and learning? We don't want to replace human with AI, no. But we use AI as the technology to support us for teaching and learning. Okay, because AI is very robust. They said it robust. Okay, very, very fast. I mean, in terms of grasping all these technologies. So how can we make sure that certain AI tools that we can use can be applied to other aspects, in terms of, maybe you have to like, for instance, like in elementary schools. Okay, elementary schools is for the young kids, right? So how can we empower students to become creators, problem solvers, and ethical innovators of the future? I'm really, really interested with these innovators. Yes, innovate, something that you create, you produce based on certain ideas that you have developed, and you come up with an output. It could be in a prototype or in a system. You create something, but with the help of AI, right? So the integration of AI will redefine the education landscape, fostering a generation of digital fluent, critically thinking, and also we call it what nowadays? Global citizens. So now let me introduce these four big AI tools for learning. So actually there are many, but I believe for teaching and learning, these four tools very, very, I mean, it's more than enough. Yeah. Okay, the first one is on the adaptive learning apps. Excuse me, can I drink for a while?
Sure, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I prepare myself a drink, so I don't have to move, all right? So for adaptive learning apps, so you have these AI-powered educational apps that adapt content and pacing to each student's individual needs to provide personalized learning. And then, of course, the second one is virtual tutors. Right. Okay. I'm sure you have experienced this with virtual tutors. I mean, the simple thing would be like you will go into one website. Let's say you want to learn about a certain course, and then suddenly it will appear a virtual tutors, or they call it virtual assistant. Maybe in an avatar, or maybe they have this video. So it will, be embedded into your website or your apps to assist you to learn. It's like a two-way communication. You can ask the virtual tutors, and the tutors will ask. It's like chatting. Okay, it's like chatting. So it's very, very popular nowadays. Okay. And then we have this automated assessment. So nowadays we have, I mean, in teaching and learning world, we have this assessment. I mean, you do it manually, you mark exam papers, you give marks to the assignments. But if you have AI-based assessment tools, it can shorten your time to do work rather than you marking with pen. Okay, so AI tool can just do it for you for a very short time. Okay, it will save a lots of time. Okay, and then you have this robot. Okay, robots, I mean, robots can be virtual, can be physical robot. Okay, that we can see the robot with your own eyes, that actually sit with us, do work with us, help us, facilitate us on learning experiences. Yeah, so it will happen soon, don't worry, it will happen soon, that in our class we will be sitting with robot. The robot will be like some kind of no, it's not replacing the lecturer, but it's the assistant. Okay, right. Now I think I have come to the last slide. Okay, on the on my talk today, because of course, if you want to talk about artificial intelligence in general, it will be, so quite time consuming, but I try to summarize it in these 10 slides to help you to understand, okay, the importance of AI in teaching and learning, and of course how to make sure that we ourselves, can make use of AI in terms of personalize the learning, on how to, identify the knowledge gaps, and of course how to, captivate young minds like all of you there. Okay, on how to explore, how to experience all these AI technologies, and then how to make use in your life, in your educational life, and also how to make use of to be better of yourself. Okay, and then from time to time you will learn, I mean, to interact with the like in the slide, those students, right, interact with the robot is their friend, is their peers. Robot will be your peer or your friend in the future. Okay, so it will be very, very interesting, because robot is not, yeah, that's why I call it AI, artificial. We as a human, God make us already intelligent. Okay, as God creation, but robot actually is human creation. But so we should understand that we cannot, everything we leave to them. We should control. We are the one who can control them by having this knowledge and expertise in AI itself, so we can control this. If you let them do everything, I'm sure that this is not really good. I mean, in terms of leave everything for the AI or robot to do, 100%, no. We cannot leave them 100%. It's like supporting, assisting. Okay, but we try to understand. I mean, robots, they have this thinking of artificial intelligence. Okay, but human control that. Okay, don't let them control us. We control them. So I end this with this word. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for Dr. Mira for such informative and interesting material. And before we move on to question and answer session, I will give opportunity to our head of Department of Elementary School Teacher Education, Dr. Fitri. Please, time is yours.
Time is yours. Okay. Actually, I want to share with you all one tools. Maybe later. I will share one tools,
Ah,
one AI tools. I want to share. I want to take like maybe 5 minutes if I can to share one interesting tools. Okay.
Alan, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Do you want to share first or
Okay.
after Dr.
Okay.
Fitri?
It's okay. I am. If you want to me to do it now or later, I'm fine.
Okay, okay. So please, Dr. Fitri, to
No, I
give your
think
speech.
Miss Amira. Okay,
Ah,
thank
Mr.
you
Mira
very
first.
much.
Okay. Yes. Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang,
Yes.
teman-teman
Selamat siang.
semuanya. Bapak Ibu, Dr. Amira, selamat siang. Dan Bapak Ibu yang bergabung di sini semuanya. Ini satu kegiatan dari PGSD ya untuk memperbanyak dan memperkaya pengetahuan kami dari berbagai negeri. Ya, selamat datang di Indonesia, meskipun
Yeah.
melalui virtual, Ibu
Yeah.
Dr. Amira. Oke. Ya, terima kasih telah memberikan informasi. Mohon maaf tadi terlambat ini. Karena ada kegiatan. Terima kasih telah memberikan materi yang luar biasa. It's very interesting for me, for everyone in this class. About where is it now? Artificial intelligence in elementary school. It's very interesting. Thank you very much, Mr. Amira, and I think we can harus dibenahi dia artificial intelligence ini di sekolah. Saya sangat setuju, Dr. Amira, ya, atas apa yang tadi telah disampaikan, meskipun sedikit yang baru bisa saya lihat dari slide Dr. Amira. Terima kasih, Dr. Amira. Nanti saya akan mengikuti terlebih dahulu dan mungkin ada beberapa pertanyaan yang akan disampaikan oleh teman-teman di grup atau di Zoom ini. Terima kasih, Dr. Amira. Stay healthy.
Yes. Yes. Sama-sama. It's my pleasure.
Salam.
Okay, so please move on to simulation, Dr. Mira.
Okay. Let me just share.
I'm so curious about the show to us.
Okay, can you all see this now?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Let me see just. Right. Okay, I tried to find, okay, sharing, because just now I just stopped sharing, right? I just stopped sharing. So I need to share.
What is the particular?
Okay. Okay, where is the, okay, I tried to find the sharing button on my screen.
Share screen.
Yeah, I try to find, okay, how to, because just now I stopped sharing, right? And then I want to reshare.
Yes. You have stopped sharing.
So you cannot see this one, eh? Okay.
Yes,
This
I
one on,
cannot. Which
okay,
one?
let me just, okay, I'm not sure why I cannot share. I tried to share from here, I couldn't share.
Oh, would you please to share the link? Is it website?
Okay, I think I can share because I couldn't find my sharing now. It's gone. I tried to find the sharing button, but it's gone. I'm not sure why. Is it been controlled? Because I'm not the admin, so I think I couldn't, share now my materials.
No, actually, everyone can share.
Oh,
You don't need to be admin.
let me just go because I want to share with you on this one. On this, there's actually there are two. The first one is very simple. I'm sure you heard about AI in video I/O. This one. Okay, how to make sure.
I'm not
I
sure.
want to share, but but I couldn't find the sharing button. Okay, I try to use to go back. Okay, uh, let's see this one. Okay, this one. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, finally we can see.
Alhamdulillah. I'm not sure why. Maybe network glitch. I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
so actually AI, this one is AI in video. Have you heard about this? AI in the video.
No, never
Okay,
heard about it.
this is very interesting because like nowadays trend, the youngsters or us as a lecturer or teachers, we like to create materials for learning, right? Yeah, so this is one of how to we can engage using AI tools for learning and teaching. So and video, okay. Um, okay, let me just show this one. Okay, this is actually the video.
If your child's math homework looks like a
Okay,
foreign language, you're not alone.
okay, I have created this one, a simple video.
If your child's math homework looks like a foreign language, you're not alone. But don't worry, AI is here to
Okay,
help. AI isn't just
okay, by you only using in video AI. It's very easy. It's free to use. Okay, so you can simply log in using your Gmail. Okay, and then you can start use in video AI to create your own video that you can upload in YouTube.
Okay. So
Uh-huh.
you mean this is basically the video editor or video
Yes,
creator?
video creator.
Hmm,
It's
Video
a video
creator.
creator. Yes. So you can see here, this is all the download settings. Okay, you have all the settings, watermarks, non-watermarks, the size of the resolutions of videos. It's all there. You can use in video.ai in your teaching and learning. Very, very easy. It's actually text and video. Okay, for instance, let's say if I'm talking about, okay, AI in future. You just type a topic, okay, and
Oh,
then
so we can create a video only with prompt.
yeah, you create your own video using InVideo.ai just by giving text.
Or
Okay,
text.
the text we call it prompt. Have you ever heard about prompt?
Yes, prompt in ChatGPT.
Yes. Prompt. Okay, prompt is not actually ChatGPT. AI prompt, meaning that we give instructions to the system to do for us, right? Like just now you said that you use ChatGPT, right? So we use the prompt, we create our own prompt to instruct or to make sure that ChatGPT understand what is our content or our context. Okay. So this is AI in future. I just created like simple title and then I generate it. Okay. Okay, you can change that using like shooting in a drone mode. You can see here, I use the current stock to a video drone. So you have this angle of video shooting from a drone view. Okay. So it's a video generator. It's very, very easy to use. Okay. Do you have all these instructions there? Okay. All this, you can insert voices, you can insert music. Okay. You can add all those, okay, into your videos.
So how many time we need to create about 1 minute video from this tool?
Because we have options there. What is the purpose of the video? Is it for YouTube or for Reels or for Instagram? If it's Reels, it will be short. If it's YouTube, normally about 1 minute to 2 minutes, or it can be the longest would be 3 minutes. So you can edit that. Yeah, you can edit that and generate that here in using InVideo.ai.
So we can use a very simple prompt such as a title of video, and the video will interpret how to create a
Yes. And but you can conduct your own script there. You have your own script, okay, that you can ask or prompt, okay, the video to behave like whatever you want, and you have your own media liter library that you have. Maybe you want to upload any materials, your own materials towards the video. Okay. So nowadays it's very easy to create video. Very, very easy.
Do you mean script is the what is that? The extended version of prompt, more detailed prompt?
Uh-huh.
I mean, like if in elementary school, maybe we can, we want to create a very detailed video. We need very long script. Is it possible?
Yeah, it depends on the type that we want to generate. So here they will ask you a few questions. Okay, what type of video? What do you want the video for? Okay, and then what's the purpose of the video? So normally they use the video for for YouTube, to publish at YouTube, right? So you can simply share the link and upload the media to YouTube. Okay, can you see all this my media, edit script and everything, edit music? So you have, if you have all this, I have script. Maybe from here you can edit. Let's say you have watched the video and then you feel that you want to edit, you can edit the prompt. Okay, I can say this is a prompt. Can you see this? Chapter 1?
Yes.
This is all the script. This is all the script behind the video. So you can edit from here. Let's say if you want to adjust this, maybe make it much more, interesting, maybe you want to make it different content. You can just edit from here, the script. So you can edit the script, you can edit the media, and also music if you want to add background music.
Do you think that so we can add our own video and the AI will work for us to interpret
Yes,
our need?
yes, can also. Okay, let me go to another one. Can I will have time? 1 minute.
Yes, 1
I want
minute.
to share with you another very interesting one. MaxAI.me. Can you see this?
Sorry, Mac?
MaxAI.me. Can you see this now?
Not yet. It's still in video AI.
Okay, let me
Still,
just stop this. Okay, I stop share first. Stop sharing. I go back. Okay, let me just go back. Okay. Okay, hold on. This one. Can you see now?
yes, maxai.me.
Yeah. Okay. I am so, can you see that on the top? Almost 1,800,000 users using this because it's very, very new technology. It's like an integrated AI tools in one place. Okay.
Integrated.
You
Okay.
integrated. So you have ChatGPT, you have video creator, you have image editor, you have all this content editor all in one place.
No way.
Yeah, that's why. I just started to use that quite recently, and it's so helpful. You don't have to every time you have to ask ChatGPT, and then you ask who else? Copilot. Have you used Copilot?
Yes, Copilot.
Copilot, the Bing, yeah, and the Bing, and then other tools, chatting. So now it's all in one place under this maxai.me.
It sounds illegal.
Yes, that's why I'm at first when I discovered this, I feel like wow, so easy. It's really is my life. You know,
Yes.
everything is there. Everything there, but because it's easy to install them. This maxai.me is actually part of we can install add-on as extension to our browser. Let's say if we have Google Chrome, so we install to Google Chrome, or we have a Microsoft Edge, you can add extension to that. So it will be part of your browser.
Okay. So
Mm.
this
Ah,
application is integrated with Google. I'm sorry, with Google Chrome.
yes. Google Chrome
Okay,
can, also Microsoft Edge also can.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all there. I mean, if you explore this, it's all there. Everything there. I mean, it's make your life so easy. You know. Okay, can you see this one? Okay, this one. Can you see
Yes,
this now?
yes. Hmm.
This is the Max AI Me interface now. You have the
Okay.
Chat GPT inside this. Okay, and then you have
ChatGPT.
all this, yeah, art. You have art. You have all this embedded, technology inside this.
Okay, okay.
It's all there. It's all there. You can
Can we
screenshot.
enjoy this application in free?
Yeah, this is the free version.
Okay.
You have the AI prompt library. This is all. Can you see this? High
Yes,
quality AI prompt library.
yes.
All this here. Yo, it's like, crazy. I mean, it's everything there. You know, it
Wow.
makes your life so easy. You know, you can do articles, you can create. write a book, chapters, all this writing, assignments. I mean, like, it's so easy and very, very user friendly as well. This one, just go prompt by prompt. They have the library as well, so it's so easy. And then how to improve writing and all this is all here. It's all in this Max. Yeah. And then you have okay, let me go back to this one.
Okay, so as if we have
Yes.
very generous personal assistant.
Yeah. So I mean, you have more than enough time to explore this. I mean, I don't know, God knows. I mean, it's so I mean, for me it's very, very helpful. Yeah, it's all there. You just ask.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for the introducing two amazing application,
Yeah,
artificial intelligence.
you all should
And now
try.
we
You
move
all should
to,
try. I tell you,
yes.
you all should try. Yeah.
All right, so we move to question and answer session. Please silakan bertanya di chat atau langsung bertanya secara langsung menggunakan bahasa Indonesia, bahasa Inggris, atau bahasa Melayu. Silakan. Raise hand atau ditulis langsung di chat.
Gede larang aku sih. Gede larang S.
Okay. I guess we have our first question. The question from Miss Atika in the chat.
Oh, okay.
The material is very interesting to me. The future of AI for education in elementary schools, AI websites, etc. It really helped me as a prospective elementary school teacher. But can we use the AI results? We postpone them. And are they not the result of plagiarism? Uh, is it quite understandable, Dr. Mira?
What does Atika meant by we postpone them?
Oke, Mbak Tika silakan bisa diklarifikasi langsung.
Okay. I'm also looking at the chat just now.
Oh, kita akui jadi milik kita.
Oh, you worry about whenever you write like ChatGPT, you write your articles, assignments, you worry about this plagiarism, right?
Ya, apakah boleh diakui menjadi hak milik
Okay.
kita, our copyright?
Yes, okay. For me as lecturers, and also I'm also using all these GPTs and prompts. Okay, I don't want to say I'm relying 100%. I'm using it just like maybe 40 to 50%. We cannot 100% rely on AI. Or you take 100% exactly from the AI results. No, you have to edit that. You have to rewrite. Okay, because sometimes whenever they respond, the chat or the prompt, or not the prompt, the GPT, sometimes it's not really accurate. So we cannot, copy and paste from directly. Because you know what? Like let's say if like as an academic, okay, like us, we are required to publish articles, journals, okay? So the editors of journals, they have this plagiarism software. They can detect whether your papers are 100% done in ChatGPT. It can be considered as plagiarism. Yes. So you need to edit that in your own words. So you take that as like a guide and then you rewrite it. You cannot take it 100%. No, it's wrong. It's unethical. Yes, Atika, do you get me? Faham?
Mbak Tika, apakah bisa dipahami? Yes, sir. Yes, sure.
Okay. So jangan 100% ambil exactly. Tak boleh. Dia kena edit. Maknanya katalah ChatGPT bagi kita response ataupun bagi kita like jawapan. Okay. Kita tak boleh ambil 100%. Kita kena rewrite. Kita kena edit our own word. Tak boleh copy exactly. Sebab kalau kita hantar assignments ke apa, kalau ada plagiarism detector yang boleh detect, so it can tell that this is actually you take it from ChatGPT.
Baik.
Ya?
Ya. Ya, ada pertanyaan lain?
Bagus ya,
Silakan.
soalan tu memang bagus ya. Memang soalan tu yang menjadi isu lah ya. Nowadays sebab bila kita 100% terlalu bergantung dengan all this chat dengan GPT lah ya. So it will give like not really a good impression for the academic world. So you need to have your own thinking. You cannot rely 100% on this AI. No, you use them and then you manipulate, you edit in your own. Okay?
Yes, I totally agree with you. I think that we need to practice the skill, I mean the soft skill first. After that, AI is only as our assistant. Sebagai pendukung
Assistance,
saja.
yes. Yes.
Baik,
Thank
ada
you for the
pertanyaan
questions.
lain?
Yeah.
Oke. Pak Roshid, silakan ada pertanyaan. Langsung saja. Unmute.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Dr. Amira. Halo. Halo.
Ya. Halo.
Oke.
Ya, bisa didengar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Biqaulina alhamdulillah. Biqaulina Allahumma shalli ala sayyidina Muhammad. Thanks for your presentation. It's amazing about AI. AI is a extraordinary technological development because it is a high human intelligence system, and nowadays on average everyone has their own handphone. This question is it impossible for AI to replace a teacher in elementary school in education student? Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, you said just now, is it possible to replace teacher with AI, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you have gone through the last two slides, I have mentioned about the AI roles in teaching and learning. Okay. When I talk about the role of the AI, or I can say assistant or robot in a class, it cannot replace the teacher. No, certainly not. It's like assist the teachers for understanding, for as a method of learning, method of teaching. You cannot replace human with technology. No. but it will help
But
us.
yes, yes. But reality in school, problem student education is mereka itu tidak semangat belajarnya, tapi dengan adanya AI itu membuat mereka itu semakin malas untuk belajar. Nah, itu. Pak, itu menjadi realita yang ada dalam dunia pendidikan di sekolah dasar. Seperti itu. Jadi tidak ada batasan. Semua orang bisa menggunakan AI. Di HP mereka bisa semua. Dan guru-guru pun tidak bisa membatasi. Nah, itu yang menurut saya itu bagaimana solusinya, Dr. Amira? Solution is real.
Okay, to be honest, sejujurnya, okay, solusi dia adalah kita kena faham peranan AI tu dan peranan kita sebagai guru ataupun pensyarah. Kita tak boleh replace, tak boleh kita macam pass over tanggungjawab kita kepada AI atau robot, tak boleh. Atau apa Indonesia kata apa, tak bisa. Okay, tak boleh.
Nggak
Okay,
bisa.
jadi betul lah, tak bisa. Okay, kita kena control, kena kawal. Sebab nowadays new generation, okay, mereka lebih terdedah dengan teknologi kan, mobile, games dan sebagainya. Bila kita introduce this AI, sebenarnya pembelajaran tu lebih menarik sebab mereka akan explore banyak teknologi. Tapi kita kena kawal, kita kena bagi tahu pada pelajar sebab kita sebagai pendidik, kita kan ada pedagogi, ada andragogi bukan? Kita ada all this teori kan dalam pendidikan, betul? Bagaimana kita boleh membuatkan persekitaran pembelajaran lebih ceria, lebih menarik? Kalau kita biasa dalam kelas harian, mungkin rutinnya agak a bit boring, okay, membosankan. Tapi bila you introduce this AI technology, it will trigger this young generations, to explore, to learn, to engage them. Maknanya kita bagi mereka pemahaman yang lebih ekstra. Yalah, sebagai guru, sebagai ni kita dah ada bahan kita sendiri kan, kita sudah ada learning material sendiri. Tetapi dia support. Kita kena fikir role kita dengan AI tak boleh ditukar. Hanya support. Dulu ada istilah nama dia assisted learning, betul? Dalam pendidikan, betul? Assisted learning. Dari situ yang dia berubah menjadi satu plethora yang kita kaitkan dengan AI nowadays. Dia tak berubah daripada dulu, tapi cara kita mengawal tu. Itu part of education actually. Awareness. Bukan tukar 100% ya, no
Okay. Thanks, Dr. Amira.
Okay, you're welcome.
Baik, pertanyaan selanjutnya, sepertinya pertanyaan terakhir. Silakan, kesempatan bagi Anda untuk bertanya. Kesempatan terakhir. Oke, silakan. Apakah ada yang sudah di chat? Mas Hamam, silakan. Halo, Mas Hamam? Oke, baik, maaf tadi masih mute ya. Baik, kesempatan terakhir untuk bertanya, karena ini pertanyaan terakhir dari silakan Mas Hamam. Halo, silakan Mas Hamam. Halo, Mas Hamam, bisa dengar suara saya?
Itu Mas Hamam baru ke kampus, Pak.
Baru kampus. Oke. Ini siapa? Suara siapa?
Surahman, Pak. Tadi kan Mas Hamam kan sempat di kos saya, Pak. Terus dia mau ke kampus dulu ini, Pak.
Oh iya. Mas Rahman ada pertanyaan terakhir, silahkan. Oke, yang lain? Mbak Widi. Mbak Widi nih tadi yang paling rajin ya untuk bergabung pertama. Silakan Mbak Widi. Kesempatan terakhir. Widianti 09. Oke. Tidak ada. Tidak ada. Tidak ada? Oke, baik. Oke. Sepertinya tidak ada. tidak ada lagi pertanyaan. Halo, Dr. Mira?
Saya rasa kena macam ada satu talk how actually AI change the role of teachers. Kan?
Oke. Itu pertanyaan? Is it a question from participant?
Itu. Ah.
Okay. Do you want to explain that statement?
Maknanya kalau
Okay.
kita ni Taufik kalau saya boleh tambah role of teaching, a role of AI in teaching, is not going to replace the role of teacher. Okay, is
Okay.
supporting. In terms of supporting the learning. Okay, for instance, like taking attendance, sending student reminders of classes, doing assignments. So it will, ease the burden of teachers in terms of administration.
Okay. So the AI can help the teacher to fulfill the administration job.
Yes, yeah, it can reduce the burden of the teachers. Okay, so the AI can do the repetitive task. Maknanya task yang berulang-ulang, macam kena hantar reminder pelajar untuk hantar assignment, ambil kehadiran, dan juga mungkin preparing notes dan sebagainya. Dia akan jadi, maknanya teacher akan lebih fokus bila dalam kelas. Dia lebih personalized learning. Yeah, the term is personalized learning, lebih engage. Yeah.
Betul, itu menjadi masalah utama di guru-guru di Indonesia. I mean, the Indonesian teachers always, complain about their administration job.
Yes. So the use AI can be part of the system to help, you know.
Well, of course. So we need to educate teacher that the administrative job can be helped by AI, so they will more concerned to prepare other more important jobs.
Yes, so they are more focused.
More focus, yes. Ya, baik. Ada pertanyaan lagi? Jika tidak ada, berarti saya akhiri. Terima kasih. Terima kasih banyak kami haturkan dari PGSD Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta atas kehadiran Dr. Mira yang memberikan pengetahuan dan wawasan yang sangat-sangat menarik dan juga bermanfaat. Saya sudah tidak sabar untuk mencoba 2 aplikasi tadi. Nanti saya share hasilnya. My first video from that, what is that? InVideo and Max. Oke, terima kasih. Kembali mohon maaf jika ada kesalahan dari saya sebagai moderator atau dari peserta. Saya akhiri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kita ada sesi gambar ke? Tak ada?
Ya, ada sesi gambar. Silakan bisa on cam.
Ya, sebagai bukti ya.
Oke, terima kasih Dr. Amira. I'm very happy and grateful for willingness to share her knowledge and experience in this event. Okay,
Actually, there's so many things to share, you know. I'm still learning as well. So many things to share. I'm so excited.
And I think this is a very interesting and very and this knowledge for future teacher in 21st century is very related. Thank you very much, Sis.
Yes, my pleasure. You're welcome.
Ya, silakan bisa on cam karena akan difoto bersama. Ya, silakan sudah. Baik. Ya. Baik. 1, 2, 3. Oke, 1 kali lagi. Foto bersama 1 kali lagi. Persiapan. Berikan senyuman termanis. Baik, sebentar. Sedang di operator. Oke, baik. Saya hitung. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ya, baik. Ya, cukup. Makasih semua peserta. Oke, baik.
Thank you, Miss. See you later.
Matur suwun.
Terima
Ya,
kasih.
terima
Sehat
Jumpa
selalu.
lagi, insyaAllah. Jumpa lagi.
Allah.
Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.